Time-travelling authors to a tale of historical horror. A story so shocking, so devastating that it changed one writer's life forever. I'm Jonathan Posner, writer of action adventures set in the 16th century, and this is the great historical fiction disaster, when research goes horribly wrong. Let's start with the story of my father and the train that never was. Picture this. My father, a seasoned ski enthusiast, picks up what he thinks is a thrilling adventure novel. He's reading happily until, wham! The author sends a train at full speed through Zermatt Junction. Problem? There is no junction. Just buffers at the end of the line, and my father knew that. His reaction was biblical. And by that I mean literally there were plagues of expletives. But here's the thing, this wasn't just about one wrong detail, this was about trust. If the author couldn't be bothered to check something this basic, what else was wrong? So, when I started writing Tudor historical fiction, I was terrified. I lived in constant fear of creating my own Zermatt Junction moment. I researched everything. As a writer of historical fiction, here are 5 books that I recommend for my research. Now, this one is the Illustrated English Social History. Lots of great pictures in it that really help understand the period. Yes, this one is the Encyclopedia of Dates and Events, and each year has got lots of information that really is helpful. Then I've got this one, a lot of stuff on Henry VIII. Here's the book. Here's the book that tells me all about him. So that's great. The Hidden Lives of Tudor Women. So I've got a lot of information, what it was really like for the women in the Tudor period. And then finally, How to Be a Tudor by Ruth Goodman. And this is really interesting because it takes you through the whole day of a Tudor life. I researched everything. What did they eat? How did they wash? What did it smell like? Oh God, the smells. But then I realized something horrifying. I was in danger of creating the most historically accurate but boring book ever written. Because here's the deadly trap. Making something too accurate can actually make it feel less authentic to your readers. Imagine reading a conversation like this.
Good morrow, Goodman Fletcher. How fare the sheep in thy fields? Does health attend thy flock, or hath some malady befallen them? God gie ye good day, my lord. By God's grace my sheep do thrive most well. The ewes have dropped fine lambs this spring, and all do graze with hearty appetite.
Nobody talks like that. Even in Tudor times, people were just people. But go too far the other way and you'll face the wrath of the historical accuracy police. These are the readers who will hunt you down if you dare to show... I've seen TV shows where they put young, athletic actors in the roles of people who were historically old and fat, and I'm naming no names. But sometimes the accuracy police go too far. They'll complain if you don't include every single historically accurate detail, even if it makes your story unreadable. So, what's the secret? It's finding the sweet spot between accuracy and authenticity. Think of it like this. You're not trying to create a historical documentary. You're trying to create a time machine for your readers. Your job isn't to show them exactly how things were. It's to make them feel like they're there. Now this is what I call the Flashman test. George MacDonald Fraser's Flashman novels feel completely authentic, even though the main character is totally fictional. MacDonald Fraser did meticulous research, but he used it to create a believable world, not to show off how much he knew about Victorian military history. The biggest trap of all is what I call your research is showing. Now, what do I mean by this? You've spent months researching, 16th century shoemaking techniques. You're desperate to include it all. Don't. Ask yourself, does this serve the story or does it serve my ego? Especially avoid the dreaded, "As you know, Bob" dialogue.
As you know, Robert, we Victorians always eat gruel for breakfast because of the complex economies of our agrarian system. Yes, indeed, Ermintrude. This is something we discuss every morning.
Remember, your goal isn't to create history textbooks. It's to create a believable world that serves your story. Do your research, build your world, and then put the research away and tell your tale. Next time, we'll look at how to achieve that authentic feel without sending your readers running for the history books or throwing your book at the wall.